Welcome back to Ohio, everybody. I did have to bring the truck down here to our lower small field. I brought the weight down for our tractor. Our 4320, always looking good. Got a bunch of bales wrapped. There's 2 left to get off the field here. We'll just make a big stack here. There's probably going to be 3 cuttings worth, I think, of bales. So we'll see how these stack up and we can push them in later on. Yes, definitely works a lot better with the weight on the back of this tractor. It will also have to go down and spray our new field that we just bought in the last episode. That has soybeans on it as well. I did make a mistake and say that it was on cruise control from that point, but we have some weeds on there, so we got to get that sprayed. Back here too far. There we go. Alright, so I believe that is the last one. We were working here late into the night. I guess it's not too late yet. We still see a sunrise. I can move this back up to 5. We were in big danger of time going by on us. Alright. Something like in here. And we'll let those ferment and do their thing. So we're gonna have to lift it up here. On the truck we go. Alright. That helped us out tremendously. Once we start advancing in the series and we can get that other stationary baler slash wrapper, I think what we'll do is leave this one down here. Probably gonna end up buying that other grass field over there eventually. Maybe. We'll see. Probably don't want to go too crazy with grass fields either. Be nice to get advancing a little bit more and get some bigger equipment and get a big field. Alright, let's send this down on a worker back to home base. About here would be fine. Should be alright. I guess we could start putting some in the field here too. Alright. I'm gonna get a head start. Then we'll head back down on the pickup truck. And we'll take a nap, I think, and we'll go to May. Getting extremely dark now. We could probably go ahead and take this weight off while we're waiting. There we go. Looks like our chicken pallets are filling up. We got a couple more rows to do. We'll see, we are going to need our sprayer in the morning or afternoon, but we are going to need it tomorrow, so making sure we got room to get that out. So we're going to go ahead and get some rest, and we'll see you in the morning. We'll just get this hay bine out of the way off of field 1 here, because I think what we're going to do is go ahead and do the headland on this right away, and then we'll put it off on a worker. We're going to get this seeded with soybeans. Alright. I think we have spot spraying if I'm not mistaken. If we don't, we should upgrade that immediately. That way when he's spraying field 6, then we can go ahead and tackle our other field there. Okay, it looks like we do have the mirrors on, so I think spot spraying should work. And this should last most of the field. Alright, let's see what happens. Actually, that doesn't look like spot spraying to me. There is no spot spraying. Right. So, we're going to be using a lot of herbicide. This is going to cost us some money. That's a shame. What does it cost us to upgrade? Maybe there's something in this. Let's check the sales real quick. Okay, this Kubota version does have spot spraying on it. Yeah, none of these Hardy sprayers have the spot spraying, unfortunately. So we're going to have to, maybe we should try to invest in one of the longer ones at some point. 18. Go all the way up to 40 with that. I think that would make sense, and then we can get the spot spraying at that point. That is a little spendy right now for our budget. Alright, we'll just go with what we have for now. And that's definitely something we're going to have to put into the budget. But we'll hire a worker and try to get the most out of it, I guess. I better jump out. I don't go too far with him because I won't be able to get back. Hopefully he doesn't... He should stay on this field. You never know sometimes with these workers. Alright, we'll get into the 4955. Top this up with fertilizer. Although we shouldn't need fertilizer for soybeans. I'm curious if the direct drill will put fertilizer on it though. Because I guess it shouldn't be calling for it. That'll be interesting. Okay, let's switch our seed to soybeans. And this is a direct drill, so we should be able to easily plant right over this. And we are off to the races. Yeah, it looks like it's not using any fertilizer, so we're going to save some money there. I better get my lid back on here. There we go. We'll at least get the headland done here, I think, and then I may put it off on a worker or wait until the sprayer gets done and we can take over and we can go hit our new field that we purchased on the last episode. Alright, so yeah, we went around twice. That'll help with the worker so he doesn't get too screwed up. Looks like the sprayer's almost done. But we got to... Actually, I think our chickens are in dire need of some feed. Well, looks like he's kind of cutting it short, so I'm going to have to go finish up for him, I think, as well. But we do got to get our chickens topped up here. Let him finish up. Oh, looks like he actually threw in the towel. But we gotta get a ride down there in the Kubota anyway. Let's turn this auger on. Because we're gonna use our Kubota for what I originally wanted to use it for, and that is feeding the chickens. So we can hold like, what is it, like 2,000 or something in the back. And I think whatever we don't use, we could just leave in there. Should be fine. Let's see here. It's a little ways up. It might actually be too far away. There we go. Okay, so wheat and barley. Let's go ahead and fill it up with wheat. So 430 liters. But I think our chickens actually don't take that much. Let's see where we're at. 156 left. Let's see what happens here. Pretty close, not bad. I think we'll just leave them right there. It's exactly what this is perfect for this. I don't take a lot of food. It makes it simple on us. So speaking of which, when will those eggs sell? We gotta check on those and keep an eye. November, so yeah, we can stack up until then. We're probably going to end up having to buy some more fertilizer, I think. Or, not fertilizer. Well, obviously fertilizer at some point, but actually herbicide. That's going to cost us some money keeping up with that, I think. But I hate to, like, waste money on a new sprayer this early in the series because, yeah, he hit some trees here and he threw in the towel. I don't think he even finished the run either. So it looks like he missed a lot. So we'll just get over a little bit. Whoa. And we'll finish up for him. There's 20% left in the thing. Yeah, we're going to go through this pretty quickly. We're actually probably going to have to run down there and grab some before we go on the new field. Okay. It's a little bit here. And then we shall run out. So what I think I'm going to do is send the Kubota down here. Unfortunately, it won't let us do that. I was too far in the trees when I parked it. This is something we're going to have to get used to when we do these playthroughs. Let's see, we got to get some totes, so how is that going to work? We're going to have to drop off the seeds that we have. We could probably go ahead and spray that field too today. I should probably shut that off. It's going to be a while till we get back. Alright. We could also put a couple totes in the back of the pickup truck. Maybe we should do that. And we don't gotta bother taking those seeds off. Yeah, let's do that. We'll run down there. And I hope that Bobcat can handle this. If not, we gotta talk to the owners and say that they need to get the Kubota skid steer so we ain't tipping over trying to load things because they're too heavy. Well, depending on how expensive these totes are, I haven't looked yet. We could probably just get one. If they're cheap enough, we can get two, but I think one would get us through. I'm not entirely sure. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we got herbicide 2400. Actually, it's not too bad. We could probably go ahead and buy two then. So let's see if the skid steer will be able to get these in or not. I'm hoping so. Otherwise, we're going to have a few choice words with the implement place, and then they need to get something that can actually handle this. Because otherwise, what's the point? Alright. Because I think that'll be one of the advantages of not using bags anymore, is we can load them with pallets and they should be able to handle it. Should is the key word. Looks like we're doing alright. Until we get up too high. Yeah, it's a little heavy again. I think we're going to have to talk with the owners, see if they can get a Kubota down here with the weights on the back. And then things won't be so ridiculous. Let's see if we can slide this forward without banging things up. So those wheel hubs that are going to be kind of... We could always come back for another one later, I guess, if we have to, but I would like to get them both on. Could have been a little bit neater. Alright, so yeah, let's go talk to the shop owner here. I gotta tell him what's going on. I am a little PO'd here. Should not have to deal with this. Alright, I just talked with the owner and he said, yeah, they do actually have a Kubota coming in next week. So what we'll do is just leave this right here so he doesn't forget, because we know how they like to forget. And we should have a different skid steer that can actually load stuff up without tipping over. That would be tremendous help. Let's get these strapped in. I think we'll be alright. It's a little tippy tip. But if we're cautious, we should be alright. I would also like to acknowledge that on a previous episode of this series that I did when I put down the oilseed radish, that really wasn't the smartest thing to do, because when you have precision farming on, it doesn't work as intended. So what we're going to do is not do that from now on. It was kind of a nice idea, but it really doesn't help when you have precision farming on. Okay, let's take the neighbor's field road here. He did give us full permission to use this. And then we can get right up on the sprayer. And top up. It looks like our seeder didn't finish either down there, so we got to get them going again too. Alright, let's fire this up. Refill. I think it takes a whole tote if I'm not mistaken. Oh, not quite. Well, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get this finished, and then I think we can come back and finish off that half tote. Maybe. Well, actually, we can make do with what we got, and we'll actually run on over to the new field. We'll have a full tank before we go over that new field, but I think we should have plenty if we fill it up to the top. One thing I did forget to check also is the fertilization on this field. The only field we got to worry about with fertilization is the sorghum field here. So we got to see where that is at. So we got nitrogen. It's actually good. We're over. So all right, we don't got to worry about that then. So we're actually kind of on cruise control as soon as we get these 2 fields sprayed that are left. Get up there, no problem. He's gonna take the road. That's fine. Whatever floats his boat. So yeah, we gotta... What I think we're gonna have to do to make this worker run correctly is we're gonna have to make it square. They like square fields. So we will make it square for them. Alright, we'll send this off on a worker. And hopefully she is good. What is this guy doing? So he was blocked and now has tipped over. Oh, it's a she. We'll have to get these totes put away. Because we obviously won't be probably using them the rest of the year. Oh, they put up the tailgate. Alright, we'll just leave those there for now. Alright, so what we're going to do then is we're going to head on down to the new field. I think this guy should be good. Let's wait and see if he can get turned around. Because we can't easily teleport back once we're down there. And it looks like he's doing good. She's doing good. Alright, so we'll head on down to that new field then. A bit of a drive. I suppose with how things work out with our workers that we're gonna have to start keeping our yard clear, so if we ever do need to get like a ride back, like in this instance, if we're gonna need some more chemical rather than driving the tractor back, we could send the worker down on the Kubota and then we could run back. Or actually it's on the truck. We could actually probably send them down. I think they would strap them back in, but it would still need to make sure we're clear of any obstructions. So I think what is another good reason why we should probably keep our yard wide open like that. That way they got plenty of room to come down, and we can leave things there if we need to have them moved. So I do believe the neighbor has some sorghum. Was it sorghum I think they were growing here? So we're going to try to do our best. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, sorghum. Rob barley that was. We're going to try to be courteous and not run it down. We're just going to stay on the edge of the field here. Unless we can't get by with something big, we're going to have to run it through. Would have been nice to have a little roadway through here. But like this field back here is just a stepping stone for us. And once things get a little more streamlined, we'll be saying goodbye to this field. It's just what we could afford right now. I don't think it's going to take us that long to spray it either. Alright. Away we go. Again, shouldn't be too bad. Looks like the weeds are actually kind of quite a bit around here. Alright, just grabbing a little spot here that I missed because I was too afraid to turn it on too soon and waste some chemical, but now we wasted probably more than we would have. Okay, that's going to do it for this field. So everything here should be on cruise control. Let's get out and take a look. The pH, next time, we're going to have to get some lime thrown, but that'll be for next time. If we do keep this, we're probably still going to have to keep this field, because we have other stuff we're going to buy before we buy fields. I think it's probably what we're going to end up doing is getting that auto stacker, I think, first. Would be nice to get that bale wrapper, but I think being able to pick up bales with the auto stacker is going to save us a lot more time than the bale maker. Although I am eager to use that new machine that's been sitting in the shed for quite some time, collecting dust. When we get back, we'll see if we could spray that field that was just planted, or sown, if we use the correct terminology. Oh, no, looks like he couldn't finish the job once again. Unfortunately. I don't know how difficult that is. It's just a nice square. Maybe if I would have sent him going up and down the other way, we would have had better luck. Alright, she is done. Little patches here and there I'm not going to worry about. It does give the field some personality, so I'm just going to leave that there. Let's go ahead and top this up so we can maybe get some bags cleared off this trailer, although we didn't really use a whole lot of seed. Again, thanks to precision farming, it did save us money on seed. Yeah, it's not going to quite get it all. We may have to take those off the trailer then at some point. Let's go ahead and spray this off. Gotta keep it looking good. We'll worry about the tractor at another time. Next year I would like to try to use the planter, which means we will have to use the disc harrow. Okay. Let's see if we can get this sprayed or not, otherwise we'll have to do it on the next. Actually, it's actually showing a little bit later. Yeah, let's just leave that for the next episode. It's the way it is, what it is. I like to see where we're at and probably actually waste less chemical if I'm not overlapping too much as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.